Hello, this is Todd Luck, and this is a quick news update on the Lord of the Jungle comic series coming from Dynamite Comics in November. You can pre-order the first issue right now. This is an interview with Dan Jurgens, who is the writer for the series, and he's a very famous comic artist slash writer. He talks about it in very vague terms, and we also get to see the covers. And this is going to be your first officially licensed Tarzan series that we've seen in more than 20 years. And so I'm very excited for this series, but what really caught my eye about this article was right here at the end, we actually get to see the interior pages for the first time. Now, we have seen the covers that will be on the first issue, but those are not done by the interior artist, so they don't really let us know what the inside of the comic will look like. Now, the interior artist, Benito Gallego, also does the online Tarzan comic strip that you can subscribe to on EdgarRiceBurroughs.com, and that will give you an idea of what his artwork looks like. But art can vary from project to project, so it still really doesn't tell us what this particular Lord of the Jungle series is going to look like. And so I'm really glad to get these 4 interior pages that we can take a look at. And so here is the preview of the first page. It's in black and white, of course, and it appears to begin on a dark and stormy night. And my goodness, this is absolutely beautiful artwork. This is the best I've ever seen him put out, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Very well rendered storm and a ship with its crew trying to weather the weather here. And at the very bottom, we're going to see a figure that's being focused on for this last panel, which is a tall, seemingly muscular man with long hair who has his back turned to us. So a very kind of mysterious figure here. And then we get this wonderful preview of page 3 in the comic, and this is our first time seeing the jungle and the apes and Tarzan as a boy, and my God, it is beautiful. This could be a frontispiece in a printing of Tarzan of the Apes. I love this to death. It is absolutely gorgeous. And at the bottom of the page, we go back to the mysterious figure with his back to us on the boat. Now, he seems to be the source of this reminiscing about Tarzan's childhood, but he has light hair. You know, Tarzan's hair is always colored black. So it couldn't be Tarzan, at least not as we know him normally. And then we get a preview of page 5, and this is Tarzan's parents stranded in the jungle. And this is straight out of Tarzan of the Apes, very well rendered. This is wonderful. I wish Benito had ended up as the replacement artist on the Tarzan of the Apes adaptation for the online strips, but I'm glad he's here. I mean, he's doing a fantastic job here. And at the bottom, we see an ape, and I'm wondering if this is Kerchak. He's a little more scarred than we normally see him, but he looks pretty darn cool. And so this is the last page they give us, page 9, and this gives us kind of an overview of Tarzan's youth with the apes, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You can absolutely see the John Buscema influence in this, and it is just the absolute perfect art style. If this preview is any indication, I think Benito is going to go down as one of the great Tarzan comic artists, very much worthy of Thomas Yeats and Joe Kubert and Russ Manning and all those guys. I think they made a very, very good decision on the artist. Okay, so the big question we have from this preview, though, is who in the world is this man on the boat? Now, like I said, his hair is too light to be Tarzan as we normally know him, but I think he might be Tarzan with white hair. I think this could be Old Man Tarzan. And that is very, very interesting in and of itself. And that's because in a later Tarzan novel called Tarzan's Quest, Edgar Rice Burroughs actually has Tarzan and his family get a hold of pills that can extend their life. And my understanding is from summaries of this novel is that it's ambiguous if they take them or not. He leaves that open. But the assumption that has been made after Burroughs' death in comics and the comic strips that have taken place later in Tarzan's life is that he did take those pills and him and his family are alive and kicking in modern day, which I think is probably what they're going for in the novels. We haven't quite got there yet, but in the new novels that are canon, I think that's probably where they're going. Now, keep in mind, I haven't seen any indication that this new comic series is going to be canon. It's just going to be like any other Edgar Rice Burroughs comic or Tarzan comic that won't necessarily count in official continuity. But it's still really intriguing how they're going to handle that. If I am correct, and that is Tarzan with white hair, you know, is it in the far future? Have the immortality pills worn off, or perhaps he never took them? It's very intriguing. So regardless of what direction to go with the story, I am super jazzed for this comic. I normally enjoy Dan Jurgens' writing. I love the artwork I'm seeing here. The covers look solid. I think this is definitely going to be worth that $4 an issue price of admission. And you can pre-order it right now at your local comic shop or online comic retailers. All right, guys, that's it. Like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, see ya.